We are still progressing on the topic how to perceive your season. Not just to perceive your season, to equally maximize your season. It is one thing to perceive your season, and it is another thing to maximize that your season you have perceived. When you perceive your season, you need to maximize your season. You need to make use of your season so that you don't allow your season to elude you, so that you don't allow your season to pass you by. And I've told you from the part 1 to the part 2 and now the part 3 of the message, I've told you before now that there is a need for you to perceive your season. And I told you that there is equally a need for you to maximize your season. And I told you that if you don't maximize your season, you don't make use of your season, you might miss your season. And if you miss your season, it takes the grace of God for you to redeem that your season that you have missed. And I told you that you need your eyes for perception. You equally need your ear for perception. And you need your mind for perception. Today, as we progress on this all divine important topic, we shall be looking at the fourth area, the fifth and sixth area of your body that you need for perception. Number 4, or the fourth area of your organs of your body that you need for perception is your nose. Your nose is an important point of your body that you need for what? For perception. Which means your nose is a gateway to perception. Your nose is an entrance for perception. God put your nose in your body, in your head region, through which you can perceive. To perceive equally means to smell. To smell equally means to sense a thing, to sense an odor, to perceive a situation. This nose that God gave to you, you need to use it for perception, for perceiving your what? Your season. The nose ring is for what? Perception. And that is why when you look at the dog uses its nose to perceive. I told you that if you go for a journey with your dog and you abandon the dog on the way and you maneuver yourself and you escape from the sight of the dog, if you think the dog will miss his way, it's a lie. Through the power of the nose, the dog will perceive his way back to the house, back to the home, back to his abode. So you must properly shine your nose for what? For perception. In Psalm 115 verse 6. He said, but they have nose, but they smell not. Psalm 115 6b. They have nose, but they smell not. They have nose, but they perceive not. God was saying here that he have given you nose. He has given mankind nose. And the nose he has given to mankind is for the purpose of perception. Is for the purpose of smell, to perceive a thing. He said, but they perceive not. In the year 2020, when COVID-19 came up, one of the symptoms of someone having the COVID is that they said that the person cannot smell. The person cannot perceive. In a spiritual terminology, the moment there is a spiritual virus in a man's system, the moment a man's system is polluted, the man will begin to lose perception through the nostril part of his body. That is to say, a lot of persons are not perceiving the season of their manifestation. They are not smelling the season of their manifestation because there are deadly satanic viruses in their body. And that is why in the second service of today, I will preach on a topic on how to purge yourself. How to purge yourself spiritually. Because the moment your atmosphere or your inner being or your body is polluted, you cannot perceive anything. That's why you see some people, they always miss their season. Because they don't understand it. They don't know it. They don't even know it is their season. They don't even know it is their time. So they will be waiting while their time is eluding them, while their time is passing them by. So in answer to that Psalm 115 verse 6b, he said they have nose, but they smell not. Let's look at Isaiah 65. Look at verse 5b. Isaiah 65 5b. He said a fire burneth all day. But he started it by this. He said, there are smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all day. You see, he said a smoke in the nose and a fire burneth all day. These are spiritual terms that are being used for perception. But some ungodly people misquoted and misunderstood this portion and said that a smoke is from their nose and a fire burneth all day. That is how some persons are now smoking. That every day smoke will be coming out from their nose and fire will be coming out from the cigarette that they are smoking. That is not what this portion is referring to. It's telling you that as a living being, as a child of God, you should be able to perceive your atmosphere every day. Every day. The smoke and the fire talks about the power of God. Talked about the presence of God that is in your nose. And that power that is in your nose is being deposited in your nose for you to perceive things day and night. For you to perceive your season day and what? And night. Look at Job. Job chapter 40. Job 40. 24b. 24b. His nose pierced through the snails. His nose pierced through the snare, which means when you have a spiritual nose for perception, no matter how they try to block your atmosphere, no matter how they try to block your season, you will be able to perceive through. You will be able to perceive through, which means your perception will have a breakthrough no matter the obstacle. I keep on telling you that you cannot receive what you don't perceive. You can't get what you don't perceive. You will always miss what you don't perceive. And I showed it to you in Genesis, how Jacob, in Genesis 28, how God was in the place that he was, but he knew not, he perceived it not. He missed that opportunity. Many of you, you have missed opportunity in life. You have missed your helpers in life. You have missed destiny in life. You have missed contract. You have missed a lot of job. You have, some persons have missed their husband. Some persons have missed their wife. Some persons have missed a lot of things in their life because they could not perceive through. They could not perceive through the obstacles. You can still look at the Songs of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 4b. Thy nose is as the tower of Lebanon, which looketh toward Damascus. The nose is as a tower. You know what tower is? Tower. Tower should be the highest object or building around that vicinity. So your nose must be as the tower that looketh toward Damascus, which means your nose have the capacity to smell something from Lagos to Abuja, from America to Nigeria, from South Korea to South Africa, from northeast to the northwest, which means there should be no limitations to your what? To your smelling, to your perception. Nothing limited. You perceive it. You can be in Abuja. You can just perceive that something good is happening in Lagos, that you need to be in Lagos in the next 24 hours. You can be in Nigeria and just perceive that there is something good in UK. There is an opportunity in UK that you just need to be in the United Kingdom in the next 12 hours. Kalaboshia bakatosh. Jabalia tutata. Palatushia. Zodobon loshoho. The loudest amen here, starting from today, your nose shall begin to perceive your season.
Amen.
Your nose will perceive everything that is good around your life.
Amen.
Your nose are empowered by the Spirit of God for you to perceive every good season around your life.
Amen.
Your nose are empowered by God for you to perceive every opportunities around your life.
Amen.
If you shout a loud amen, your nostrils will not be blocked.
Amen.
No force can block your perception through your nostril.
Amen.
Your nostrils are opened by the power of God.
Amen.
Lift up your hands and shout a loud amen.
Amen.
Open your mouth and shout another amen.
Amen.
The number 5th organs you need for your perception. Don't forget, I told you, you need your eyes, your ear, your mind, your nose. We are now in the 5th organs for perception. The 5th organs for perception is called your body. Your body. Your body. Every part of your body is an organ for perception. And this body I talked about, I can equally call it the bodily signal for perception. The bodily signal for perception. the bodily signal or the bodily sign for perception. When I was at my teenage, we were very wealthy as at then. So we have a lot to eat in the family. We have a lot to eat. But somewhere along the line, maybe there is nobody to cook the food. So there is no food to eat, even though there are food to eat. And we have an uncle that lives in the same vicinity with us. I don't know how God helped me that period. As at the point in time, the wife just finished cooking ukodo, hot pepper soup and yam. As they are serving it, I will just arrive. They will look each other. They will serve for me. When I finish eating, I will go. The next time they are serving banga soup, as they are putting it in the plate, I will just arrive. They will be looking at each other. I will finish eating, I will go. Anytime they want to eat, not before they eat, not after they have finished eating, as at the time, the very time. And how do I get to know? Something in my body will just vibrate. As the thing vibrates, the thing will move me. Bam. No matter what, I can be playing football. As the thing moves me, I will say, Jumbo, take over my position. Because that family is a big family. If they finish eating, there will be no food for anybody again. Because it's as if, as they cook it, they will just share it and everybody will. So I don't miss it. It is not now that they will now say, oh, somebody call Anselm or phone. There is no phone as at that time. So they kept wondering. And even me, I kept wondering, what is always moving my body? What is giving me sign? Can I talk to somebody? Now, this bodily sign, you can equally use it to discover or to detect any time something bad wants to happen. Your body will give you sign. There will be a signal. Sometimes it happens to mothers. Sometimes if something bad wants to happen to some children, their mother will sense it in their body. Their mother will what? Will sense it. The mother will just know that something wants to happen to one of his child or something. Sometimes you want to go for a journey. If something bad is to happen, your body will give you the sign. Your body will give you the signal. But because you don't understand the place of perception, you ignore that signal. And before you know it, when you are back on that journey, something bad will happen. You will now remember, oh, I got the sign before. So these signs we talked about, you can use it to detect season of manifestation, and equally you can use it to detect when something bad wants to happen. The body will give you sign. I was with someone in the office. As we are talking like this, the person's hand began to shake. His hand began to shake like this. He raised it up and he showed it to me. He said, look at my hand shaking. I said, which kind of sign is this? I wanted to start to cancel it. He said, don't cancel it. It's a good sign. Somebody will send me money now. As we are talking, we are still on the discussion. Alert just came. As the alert came, bam. He said, look at it. What they sent the person immediately, he said, I want to pay my tithe. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So some persons have signal in their body. They have signs. They have signs. In fact, if somebody want to sick, that sickness even give the person sign. This headache, we are always, people say, I'm feeling headache. Headache is not a sickness. Headache is a sign of a sickness. I might not be right, but I believe I'm right. If somebody want to have fever, typhoid fever, malaria fever, the fever does not just come. There will be the sign. If somebody want to have cancer, the cancer does not just come. There will be a sign. There is always a sign for anything. So you must be able to develop your system to the extent for you to understand when your body is giving you sign. Oh, you didn't hear what I said. You didn't hear what I said. When your body is giving you what? Sign. I have been in a place where there are bad boys. You know, before we gave our life to God, the devil used us for some time. But thank God, God is now using us. We were 4 in number. Bad boys. In Udurud, in Owen, Delta State. We are standing in a bush at the back of an estate called Sido Estate. Those people from those areas will know what I'm talking about. While we were there, suddenly, my body just vibrated. As my body vibrated, I just told the red people, I'm coming. I just stepped out. I have not walked a distance away. Police came and raided the 3 persons that were remaining there. Took them to station. Nobody know what happened till today. Whether they are still alive, whether they have killed them, their cough we are not seen. Nobody know what happened to 3 of them. God spared my life because of this assignment. God spared my life because of preaching, teaching, and helping mankind. I would have been among those group of boys. You must develop yourself to know when your body is giving you signs. Either signs for season of manifestation or signs for something that is not good, something that is not good, something bad. There's somebody here, you are developing your body.